Sorry for the delay. My name is Ricky Macham, as you all know. So welcome to this Meet call now, not Zoom. You guys are welcome. Today let me talk about a few stuff. Last week we tried to connect Open Interpreter. I don't know if those of you who were able to watch the video, if you were able to try it back at home. So let's talk about just ChatGPT today, some of the things. I don't know, how many of you have the paid version of ChatGPT? ChatGPT.
I do.
Okay. The code interpreter we used last week. After all that they play, when I saw the bill they gave me, I was like, this is not something you can do every day.
I was going to ask you. I was going
You
to
will
ask
go
you how
broke.
much you spent.
It did not give me a warning that I've passed my minimum threshold. There's a major threshold that when I pass, they will block it. I was like, just like 1 hour of playing around.
Yes.
So that's the problem of connecting to the API. But you can use local models for that, and those ones won't charge you. And of recent, I'm hearing of a model that is out that is as good as GPT-4. If you have that, then you are good to go.
Which one is that? I'm using one Perplexity AI.
I was going to talk about Perplexity because Perplexity is good, but maybe you might even tell us how you've been using it. I've been playing around with it. It's free. You can upgrade it, but that one is good for if you're doing any school work. That is super excellent.
Exactly. So it's good.
Yes.
It's good for schoolwork. It gives you all the relevant
And the
references.
yes,
Unlike ChatGPT.
yes. So they don't call it. People talk about Google being a search engine. Their own is an answer engine. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. That's the idea behind Perplexity.
100%.
Yes, they try to eliminate all the hallucinations. So everybody that's using it for free says excellent. So since we're talking about Perplexity, let's just go, because ChatGPT you still have to pay 20 $20 or so every month. So this is Perplexity. So who has anything they want us to, maybe they're researching on something, let's talk about it. Who wants to, what topic are you interested in? Anything, let's just try. Let me just make it large. Okay, let me just put it on the slides only so that you will see everything. Sorry. Because most of us are Nigerians here. Let's see what they can give us. So see, this is a good thing about it. It just gave you a summary of everything about the fintech you can find online. Basically, it's just Googling online. Then it gives you references. And if you want to ask more questions, you could just, so they're asking about the most popular. So it's going to be arranging it step by step. And everywhere is getting its data from LinkedIn, from all these places. See the Guardian newspaper.
Yeah.
Right? There's even more. Let me see if we can close this side. So see, it's telling us about the fintech in Nigeria. InterSwitch. Yeah, InterSwitch is an old one. Flutterwave, OP, Carbon, PiggyVest. PiggyVest, I'm surprised I've been there and they're still moving on. Then you can ask more questions. Then it can give you all the references. So I think the pro version is the one that you drop a book. So you drop any book and it tells you about it. But I haven't paid for the pro version because let me see what it's going to. Oh, they're saying I have 3 left today. Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, I didn't even know about. I thought the last time I tried something, they didn't allow me. Now, the context length is what I'm not sure of. right? I don't know what context length they have. Is it how many thousand they have? So let's see. The thing has come back. It has tell me about the contents of this ebook. All right. So since I have three books, let me just quickly check a book I was playing around with a couple of days ago. Let me see. Yeah, this one. So I have two books. Oh, that's good. I actually didn't know they would allow me to check books.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, I mean the last time I checked, as if they told me I have to upgrade. So I was like, I mean, ChatGPT, you wouldn't understand how much I depend on ChatGPT. I mean, the things I can do with ChatGPT are amazing. The codes I write, I'm lazy. I just tell it to do it, and it doesn't do it well. So it's like my houseboy. I say go back and do it again. I keep sending it. I just don't want to do it. As little as just copying and pasting, and then putting quotation marks around, like maybe 10 9. I'll just say do it for me. I just drop it, put quotation marks here. Then I pick and paste. Now, the last job I was doing, I tried to do it myself. Then I was seeing errors. I discovered I was making mistake. I wasn't putting my comma for every string I was copying. I was like, okay, this is my problem. All right, so what is this book about? It's very fast. It has even breaking the book down into it's really, really very profound. Uh, so they even have related questions you can ask. Okay, let me see this. Let me click on this. What's the main message? So it's breaking. Okay, no, this is the other book. So that means I can even query the two books. This is exciting. I'm even spend time playing with this because if this can give me answers that I need, I know they are more interested in answers. So this is an answer engine. It's not like a search engine. This is an answer engine. So that's
Answer, yeah.
what they're selling. Because if you can really code for me, and the good thing here, right? I don't know where it is. You can select. What's this? Five left. Five. Okay, five. If I want to use Cooper, Cooper will not ask you some questions. They have a way of trying to ask you questions so that you answer it correctly. What it's about breakout trading. So, what are the steps he gave for breakout trading? List them out one by one and explain each. If somebody has any other thing they want us to check, let's do sort of before we move to another one. Okay. This is still not what I'm looking for. Aha. You see, it has gone through the book and you have seen some questions that it thinks I should ask it. Okay, so let me click on that. Yep, this is what I was looking for. And it guided me. These are actually the steps he gave, about 4 or 5 steps. Yeah, there it is. These are the steps in the book. And I'm sure yeah, you can see this. It might even show you where he got them from. They have references here. Let me just click on them and see. It's not really showing that to me. But at least I know these points are in that book. Right. Let me see if more questions. That's, so if anybody has another thing they want us to look at, please just bring it up. Let's look at it. I like interacting. Let me hear. By the way, Mr. Liberty, your house is very nice. I saw your kitchen.
Yeah,
The kitchen is quite big. Oh.
yeah. So it's
So that's where you spend your day. And you're lucky you can see the sun as so they have sun now. They're enjoying.
but it's like the winter has gone in
Oh,
here.
really?
Yeah.
Congrats.
So for the past 3 days, it has been sunny around this.
Hmm. Wow.
Mm,
Just 2 days ago, I stopped wearing thermal wear.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm still with my beanie because I don't have hair. I tell people
We
that
all don't have it.
I'm bald by choice. Some people are bald because of nature. Me is by choice. If I
Nature.
leave my hair now,
It will grow.
uh, anyway, there's nothing much. But this is what I mean. This is free, and I think you should look into it. Perplexity.com. If you go on YouTube, just Google.
To start forming your own definition of neural networks. And I gave you the challenge of Googling that, but you might have already done that by the time you've got here. Let's just do that together. If I type in, what are neural networks? I've already done this.
So see somebody here trying to compare. This is an Indian guy who is in charge of the perplexity. This one here.
Okay.
Yeah, very young guy, and well, it's their turn, so we'll kill them.
Now tell me, how sick are you of opening your calendar to find empty space that looks like this?
Every
If you
people
are sick
want
of that,
us
then let me.
to.
There's been a ton of talk about Perplexity AI.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just trying to use this to attract us, right?
So
Yeah.
model, Perplexity actually uses almost.
So if you want to know more, you can just search online
Alongside
and see.
ChatGPT,
So he's trying to
multiple
compare
chats.
side by
I'm
side
going
the
to
different.
ask both ChatGPT
I mean, what some
and
people say is that they are two
Perplexity
different
AI
things.
to
One is
find me
a
videos about the latest calendar
answer
in
engine. The other
2023.
one,
So we'll do search
it's
and search.
well,
What's
just chat.
interesting is that
Somebody you can something you
ChatGPT
can
seems to
query
be
and
searching
interact with.
Bing
But the
and
perplexity is
most
doing
likely
well,
the
and I
video
think
tab
if
of
it works
Bing,
well, you
whereas
should be able to
Perplexity is actually
replace
searching
it.
for the YouTube
I mean,
videos,
replace
and we
ChatGPT
can
for
see
it. But
that
for now, man, I'm
Perplexity
heavily
seems to be
dependent on
much
ChatGPT.
faster than ChatGPT right now. ChatGPT has finished giving us a response, and it's given us 3 of the top videos, and it's also given
And you see the
us
good thing
links
with it,
right
like it gives you
But
pictures,
only 2 of these selections have linked us
videos.
to YouTube, which means that one of the options
Okay.
we found, there is no
Yeah.
video on YouTube that represents
I
it,
mean,
which is
I
actually interesting
stumbled
because
upon
we didn't ask it to find
a video on that. I wish I'd even check what he searched about. But if you guys have any topic, let's just check before we quickly go back and check what do you call them? What ChatGPT is offers also. Nobody has anything. Everybody's quiet. Let me
Maybe
see.
just pick a topic and let's work on it. And
Yeah, let's see. So you can even create collections here. You can search images, but I'm sure this one you probably need to. What is that? Is that from my? I don't know where you got this image from, but it could be from the book. But to generate image, they're asking me to pay. But I'm sure you can drop videos for it to search also. Since it knows I'm talking about trading, so it's bringing out only things that have to do with trading. I wonder why they are putting this one behind a paywall. This one that you have to pay.
इक्वल रहेगी, आप बताओ? डेफिनेटली
All right, so there are more things I haven't checked, apparently. So if they're making it so free like this, and I wonder what the paid one will be like. Okay, let me go to ChatGPT. At least this one came first, and so you can create your GPTs, and I have GPTs I've created here for different things. Since I'm learning German, I have a German tutor here. I have there's this book, Effective Pandas. The guy even released Effective Pandas 2. So, like now, it's already stored in memory. So I can just ask it, what is this book all about? Who wrote it? Who are his targets? So it's going to just go through the book, but as usual, everybody knows it's slower than Perplexity. So it just gave a short summary of what it can get. So I have another book by a Nigerian guy called where is that? Marketing Without a Budget. So I'm just picking one of the suggestions he gave me. So it is just reading. I think one of the things I like about ChatGPT is that you can make it write so much. But there's something about the Perplexity that I think we need to keep, our eyes on it, because I don't know how they did it differently. It's fast. And if you check the engines in the Perplexity, it's also using different models it can get. So using GPT-4, it's using Anthropic's Claude 2. Claude 2 is amazing. It's not as good as ChatGPT, but it can consume one book at once and give you summaries. So they are like giving ChatGPT a run for their money. Coincidentally, no, I wasn't. When OpenAI was having problems, one of the things they wanted to do was to sell themselves to Anthropic before Microsoft stepped in and they settled everything. So Anthropic is really, really trying. But then there are other ones. There's Mistral and there's Llama 70B. So let me share, what's the name of this guy? Ooh, I can't remember his name. So instead of wasting money, okay, sorry, someone to say something. Instead of spending money or spending space to put this on your system, Perplexity might be something I think I would advise you to look into. But if I still get, let me see, Llama 70B. This is the one people are hyping. They say it's good. So you can see quite a number of videos on it 4 days ago. Almost everybody's talking about it. So this is a guy. Okay, now this is a Llama 70B that they're saying it even beats.
Meta
many
just
ads.
released Code Llama 70B, its most powerful
This is 4 days
coding
ago.
model to date.
and likely the most powerful coding model out there. Meta continues to shock me with its continuous contributions to open source artificial intelligence. And stick around to the end because I'm actually going to test out
Sorry, I didn't know I wasn't showing.
70B, and we're going to see if it can build the snake game in one go. Here's the announcement, AI at Meta. Today, we're releasing CodeLlama 70B, a new, more performant version of our LLM for code generation, available under the same license as previous CodeLlama models. So you can download the models right here.
Can
It
you guys
does
hear the
link you
video?
to a form where you have to request access. Now, I requested access back for Llama 2, and we're open sourcing a new and improved CodeLlama, including like using ChatGPT. It is free for research and commercial use, and it's built on top of Llama 2. And in our own benchmark testing, CodeLlama outperformed state-of-the-art publicly available LLMs on code tasks. Now,
Hello, can anybody hear me? Is anybody?
Look, we can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear the audio, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So let me just stop that. But I wanted us to see it's Facebook, or what do you call them? Facebook or Meta now, which is their name. They're the ones who open source their own version. I don't know why they chose that route, but it's been given ChatGPT a run for their money also because it's free. So there are quantized versions that you can put on your system. I'm skeptical about doing that. So that's why when I just discovered Perplexity, I was like, if Perplexity can do what people claim it can do, I'd rather have that than to download it. So let me keep an eye on them. I don't know whether an answer engine is going to make more sense now over a search engine. But it seems they're going somewhere. Quite a number of people are interested in them. So, but this one, I'm a Python programmer, but they're saying it can do stuff even in JavaScript, C# and all that. So they brought one that's strictly for coding. Let me see, where did we see? Here they are. So there's CodeLlama 70B, I think it's for all. Then they're talking about the instruct version. And then the one for Python, that's for coding strictly. But it's heavy. He was able to install something called a quantized version. I don't know how good that is, and I don't even know why they call it quantized. Because when I tried to install one last time, it almost crashed my system. So I am like, I'll wait for them to go down. But I think he sometimes uses a hosted version of some of them, and you have to pay some money. So you're still paying. So let me just wait on OpenAI, since I'm paying OpenAI already, until it gets to a reasonable point where I feel, okay, it's a hell lot cheaper to switch to these ones. But I'm keeping my eyes on them, and I thought maybe if we could, one of the weekends we're meeting, let's talk about some of these things that are happening now. And stuff like that. But yeah. So what do you guys think?
Maybe just work on anything you want us to.
Yeah, I want to know I'm interacting with people. So let's talk about, so what do you want us to work on? I don't want to show you how to form GPTs, but with Perplexity now, which is freer, you have 3 questions, which is not, but this one I spent time interacting with, let me see, what did I do? Like, these are some codes I've been playing with, and you can see this is what, this is what it did for me today when I was struggling to tackle. Somebody did a research, and I was like, okay, let me see what people work on, and let me see whether I can be fast. So these are some of the questions they asked, and so I needed it to arrange it in a certain manner. So I just dropped it in, and I would tell it arrange it like this. Then this is what it did, and this is what I wanted. But of course, I had to query it. So you have to know the query you use for it. So this is a research by a nurse on diabetes, and then checking their BMI and all that, and some respondents. Let me see where. I think I have a PDF somewhere. Sorry, give me one moment. Let me look for the PDF. So this was in Plateau State in Nigeria. I don't know if this full screen is even good. Can you people see anything?
Yes.
So practically, this is just, where is it going? This is just me and ChatGPT playing around. And then I keep asking questions for it to tell me how to do it. I mean, to give me what I want to see. So these are simple codes, but I'm lazy to just do it myself. I just tell it, do it like this. It doesn't do it very well. I said, try it again, try it again. Then when I put it here, I make some changes the way I want it. So it kind of makes my workflow faster, especially if, based on this job now, I know how to query ChatGPT to give me the answers I want. So I have different GPTs that I've created. Sorry, give me some time. I have different GPTs that I've created, and let me see. Maybe this will be wide also. Why are you not moving? I'm trying to see which one is better. So I have different GPTs I've created. So I discovered that some GPTs that I've created are better off than some in answering all the things I have to, all the queries I need to submit.
Can you make your screen a little bit wider?
This is a full screen. I don't know why. Okay. I think my problem is, the problem is from the PDF. Sorry, give me one moment. Let me look for the HTML version of the file. I think that might work better. Where's my HTML? It's not here. There you go. Can you see this? What is full screen service? Is it Control F12? But it's clear now. I don't have to make it full screen, do I? I can't even remember my full screen. Is this see? Yep. F11. Good. So you guys can see it here. This is even better because I can go round and round. So when I open the file, I don't like some of this thing I'm seeing here. So I had to write the code. And I told it to remove some of these setups. So that was what I did here. So you can see change the column names to what I wanted. So that was what I spent time trying to get a hold of. So these are just like the general statistics of what they found out. So now, I mean, like I said, I code in Python, but I don't code this excellently. I never knew I could do this. It was ChatGPT who gave me the answer. When I print this, it was normally to the end, to the corner like that, and I didn't like it. So I asked ChatGPT, can we centralize it? Then he gave me this code. And you can see, he gave me, I never knew you could do HTML formatting when you are printing in Python. So this is it. So everything now is centralized while he's printing them out. So these are just like stats. I mean, half of this code, ChatGPT gave it to me because I just pasted what I wanted. I say, can you give me a formula that can calculate this the way it is here? And he gave me this and I tried it and it works and it was correct. So I kept the formulas and I started calling it for other sections. So these are my charts. Of course, it takes you to know a little bit of coding for you to know whether it's doing the right thing or not. But there's no harm in trying. I think this can accelerate your ability to code if you need it to do anything. This is a bit manual, the way the people collected the data. But of course, so I was kind of worried that, okay, after so many years, when I was in school, undergraduate, that was how many years ago? We were collecting data the same way. When I was rounding up, that was when Microsoft and all that becoming popular. Word and Excel was becoming very popular. I remember prior to my finishing school, people were using Lotus 123. That was 99 or so. People moved. So, but then things have not changed for most people around. Quite some people know how to do this by coding, but they have to be extra. They have to be like extra good in something. But this is something another person I think can do. So this is somebody's research. I don't know that's for MSc also. And I mean, I like the research. It was really, really solid. It was really solid research. But they had to use Excel and all that. But everything I did here confirmed what they use in Excel. But meanwhile, I want to copy from Excel, do it in Python. From here, I can condense everything into a notebook and present it into a PDF file. So I did a PDF file, but that was just to show what I've done, just to record what I've done. And I've showed the person. The person's interested now. We'll go and convert everything to like a real report and arrange it better for the person using another software, not really software now, something you install on your system called Quarto. Now, the open interpreter we used last week, you can just tell it. It will go and fetch the book and rearrange it the way you want it and deliver to you. But the problem is you need to keep querying it. You saw the way we were doing last week. If you guys were around last week, we will query. So for one thing to do one thing, we were querying a lot. But eventually you can get the job done. So that means that as they're improving on it, you'll be surprised. These things will just help us to do, so many things without us really knowing what we're doing, as long as they give us a job. So you are a man, you are a boss. ChatGPT or any of these LLMs is your houseboy. Now we're talking about agents. There's one I saw recently. I'm yet to play with it. It's like you own a newspaper house. So all you do is that you have like 5 agents. One goes and looks for the stories. One writes the stories. One now edits the stories. One publishes. I think there are 5 agents. And that's one thing people are talking about. Can we make an agent? So that means you can be a whole department. You're doing different things at the same time. I don't know if you remember Liberty. There's this course you took about, what was it that you took? That they were using lots of Excel. Can you remember the name of the course, Liberty? You took, when we were back home in Nigeria, you did a course that on Udemy. What's the name of that course? Did you finish it? It had to do. Imagine you can have agents that will handle that thing because it was complicated. You needed to know Excel formulas. I can't remember the name of that course. If only you can remember too. If you can remember that, and then you can give these agents to do it for you. That means they arrange everything, they check everything, your expense sheets, they design it for you, your inputs, your expense, your different things. You just train the agents because you are in the financial sector, you know what you want. So I think it's a welcome experience as far as I'm concerned. I think we're going somewhere. We just have to know what we need, how we can use it, and then let's always watch them coming. But I really didn't have too much to talk about. I was like, okay, let's talk about this too. Since last week's video was people liked it, But this is how I use ChatGPT on a daily basis. When I have to do something, I see what I want to do. I query my GPTs, and they answer me. I don't like the answer. I send them back. I can't remember how many queries ChatGPT allows me to do, but sometimes I just get a warning that sorry, you cannot get. If I need to continue using them, they have to downgrade me to GPT 3.5. That's because I've been querying and querying and querying. But at least that one is part of my 20 euros that I pay every month. But when you have to connect to the API, they charge you 0.1 per query. But by the time we were online last week and I saw my bill. I was like, okay. I don't even know how much they charge, but they said I've passed my minimum threshold. My minimum threshold is €6. Once I get to it, they warn me. So the warning came. Only God knows when I've not checked. At the end of this month, I'll get my bill. I don't want to even check it. But if you can have something on a desktop that can do that for you, that would still be good. And then Perplexity now, I'm sure it's going to cover a lot of bases for us. Yeah. So I really didn't have more than just, I was thinking of Perplexity and also thinking of talking about GPTs. So if you guys have questions to ask, I will appreciate it so that I know what direction to go. But here, like my GPTs here, if I want to edit them, like there's one of these explorers that was the first man to go to the South Pole. I'm really crazy about the guy, and I've been reading too many things about him. And so I have a book dedicated to how he was able to achieve that. So if I want to edit, so you can just create a GPT, and so here I uploaded all the books that have mentioned him in one way or the other. So that when I'm querying it, it just goes into the books and searches and gives me an answer. As usual, they are not really that good yet. They are still coming up, but they are very well manageable. For now, I don't need to read the whole book to get the gist of what I want. If I need something, I just query it and I get it out. There are some quirks they need to clear, but eventually I'm sure they are going to improve. Like now, I think they're talking about GPT-5, which is the next level. But let's see how it goes with that. So I really didn't have too much to talk about. I was like, okay, fine. If you guys come around and we'll see what we can do, then we will. If you have questions, then we'll go that direction. If there are no questions, then I don't know. And then maybe I want to get some feedback. What direction do you want us to go when we're having these meetings? When I tried to get more technical with coding, some people were not really too much into it. So I'm like, okay, these tools are also usable by everybody. So it depends on which direction you guys are more interested in, then we can have these videos and share them. So can I hear from you guys?
Yes, sir. I have a question, just a simple question.
Okay.
I want to know if I can use ChatGPT to analyze questionnaire.
Yes.
Okay.
Practically, that's what I showed you.
Okay.
You want us to try it?
Yes, I'll be happy.
I have a GPT that I've created here called Feynman the Data Scientist. So I'm going to bring that one up. Then
Okay, sir.
I'll just, which data set do I look for now? I'm thinking, which data set? Let me just be going through my download to see if there's any. Aha, yes, we did something on cervical cancer the last time. All right, cool. So let me unzip that one. Last week we downloaded something from let me just download it. Let me just unzip it and
Okay, sir.
extract all. Okay, sorry. It's telling me to extract. Okay, so this is it. And all right, so what do you want to know? We've just uploaded. There should be a way to close this side. So what kind of analysis do you want to make?
Maybe comparison, the correlation, then frequency, and then plotting of graphs.
Okay. What is this? How do I run a .info on the data in this spreadsheet? I hope this is the right. I mean, I created GPT for different things. I mean, I can't even remember why I created this one, but that's because I saw data scientists. I said, let me bring it out. It might not work very well. Maybe I need a coder to do it for me. I have Feynman here, the coder. I have that Explorer guy. I have an Algo robot. I have that effect. I have different. But let me see what this one will do, because I remember when I was working on. Oh yeah, this one, it did a good job.
Yes, yes.
So these are the things, because we checked this last week. These are the things on the spreadsheet. We had a doctor that came around that made us to check all these things last time.
Yes.
So I'm not a doctor, so I don't know what this data is really about. So I don't know what kind of correlation I want to do on it.
So we can just compare maybe about 3 or 4 variables there.
Yeah, compare them in what sense? If you can be more precise. This is a lot. This is all about disease. So you can say a lot of STs, HPVs, and if I compare them, what do I want to see? Okay, let me see. Let me just check. I think the doctor was able to tell us a few things last week. Libert, can I remember what we were looking for? I want to see what we can use to project. There was something he told us. Is it cancer he was looking out for?
Yeah,
No.
it was cancer.
This was what cervical cancer. Correct. Yeah. So where is that? This one here. So let me see. Let it give us the content of this one. Give us the value. Sorry, because I use pandas in Python a lot, I'm using the language which is not appropriate. Maybe if you might use a different language which might be better for it. Give us the value counts for. Let me see. So I'm asking it to give me the values and how many entries they have for that column. Yep, it got it. So there are only two things, 0 and 1, inside that column, whether you have cancer or you don't have cancer, right? So no cancer, there are 840 entries. So only 18 people have cancer, okay. So I'm using that as our target. Sorry, I'm going to use, what do you call it? I'm going to use the language of data scientists.
Okay.
So using as our target, perform analysis using random forest with the rest of the features, right? I want to see the feature in Importances. I mean, I don't have to correct all my mistakes because they tend to understand what you're saying. Okay, they want to use a random forest classifier. Did I specify? Okay, yeah, it says random forest. Okay. So these are the steps we're going to do. As a data scientist, I know what it's trying to do. So I can actually check and see if I believe in what it has done. I think sometimes they will show you here under analysis. So, Liberty, I'm sure you know everything it's doing here. Kelechi, did you do one of our courses in data science?
I'm still on it, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I remember your name now. Your name started coming back. So can you see it's saying that it has an accuracy of 9.6%, which means it's good, just with random forest. So I don't know, Kelechi, can you see? It just did everything. I just gave it the data and it did it itself. This is for me just to check. If I'm not interested in this, I can just close this. So it's telling me, I wish our doctor was here. Oh. Liberty, somehow we forgot to do this last time, but
This.
yeah, we didn't do this when we were busy going back and forth last week. Can you see? Because we could ask him, he would tell us what HPV is this. I mean, for the data set we have, HPV is high, it's 43%. Then the rest are just down. And you can see the accuracy is high actually, 99.6. It's quite high. That means with this model, if anybody comes with different, just insert them, it can just predict it for you. So even smoking cigarettes is below. Even age is another one. No? Can you see age? Age is high. So if you are smoking, age might contribute more to cervical cancer than smoking. That's interesting.
Okay, well, and we didn't do this the last time.
No, we didn't. Because what we were, I don't know what we were doing. What were we thinking? Maybe we were exhausted. I don't know.
No, really, I think we did comparison last time.
We did, right? But we didn't come up with
Yes,
this.
we did comparison.
I don't know how I even thought about feature importance today. Because we kept doing it and the doctor was like, maybe not in this client, not in this client, not in this client.
So what did we look for now?
Now, this is just strictly feature importance. This is all I just asked you to do. Like for me now,
I
if
think
I'm
we
working on
compared
this,
the risk factors.
yeah, risk factors. Yeah, you are right. That was the language we kept using. I think another thing was we allowed the doctor to be telling us what to look for because I was like, this is your data set, you know more. But now that we are free from that constraint, I'm like, this is what I will have looked for. I will create a model first, make a prediction, then check the feature importance to see what I get. So I can ask you now, can you plot them on a horizontal, how do you spell horizontal? Bar chart. It's analyzing. I can actually click on this to see what it is doing. I don't like what it is doing. I ask it to redo it again. And if I need the code, I'll copy it and put it on my system and test it. Yeah, it's always having issues. Even though they have improved on it, sometimes it will be going back and forth. But another thing is I might be using a wrong GPT, like I said, because I have a GPT for coding. They can't generate. But here they are giving me the what I can use to plot it. Now this is a problem why it will be going round and round. Now I don't know, should we try this on Perplexity? At least Perplexity we have one upload.
Yes, let's
Should we?
try it.
All right.
Yes, let's try it then.
I still have one upload for today. Let me see whether it's gonna text or PDFs. Let me see if I can take Excel. Okay, so loading. Oh, this is CSV. All right. What did we ask it? Let me see. I just want to copy the. All right. Let me just use my head. Column summaries. Like I said, they don't care actually about spellings. Can you see that?
Yes.
Liberty, it seems like you are going to pay for Perplexity instead of. But what happened? It didn't give us the output. And you can see the words the doctor was asking last week, risk factors. Uh-huh. Form a regression analysis for cancer using the. What's the name of that? This was it, what? Is it too big?
It's okay, sir.
Okay. I don't know why it's not printing out anything. It's showing you the codes as if it wants you to copy it and paste it on your own. This is a complete analysis actually, but it's not outputting it. This is random forest, but where's the XGBoost? These are all the imports. I believe they're all correct. So this is, it imported the XGBoost, but it didn't. So as if it wants me to copy it and do it on my system. Unlike ChatGPT, what they did was they, what do you call it? They outputted some of it when they could, but the rest they didn't. Show me the feature, but give them kudos. They are. I mean, they are. It's quite fast. They're not giving me anything.
Maybe Cloud may be able to give us the output.
What's that? Claude?
The other one, this Cloud, Claude, yes.
Yeah, you want us to try it. How did I connect to Claude? I can use Poe.com. I've not gone to. Okay, there's something Poe did. For those of us in Europe, they knocked us off. We used to have 30. You see, they knocked us off. They say we must pay. For those of us in Europe, I don't know. I think in Nigeria, you can still use it without paying.
Okay.
Yes, they knocked us. That's why I stopped coming here. But if you pay for Perplexity, they also use Claude. I think if you pay for Pro, you can select anybody to work for you. But for me, for my work, this is the point which I don't like. Why is it just giving me code? I mean, I like using code, but I wish it would have plotted it out for me like ChatGPT did. Like this. It didn't even give me this one here. The column details. Then ChatGPT went further, even told me the value counts, how many no cancer diagnoses were in there and how many were there. And then it gave me the steps. So that's what somebody said. Somebody said that if he's looking for something, he's looking for information, he goes for Perplexity if he wants answers for something, which is what you can see it's doing. It's just giving us, this is how to do it. But if you want something done, you go for ChatGPT. ChatGPT will do it. Like Open Interpreter can actually control your operating system. It can take over your machine. As long as you tell it, do this for me. It can go change your background, change the colors, change your audio output, change your language. That's the Open Interpreter we played around with last week. It can take over. So that's why the agent thing for that is working very well, because you have a whole group of people who are working for you. You have the guy researching, you have the guy writing, you have the guy editing, you even have the guy publishing. Somebody can just create a website. So that means you can sit down just with one line. These agents will go and do everything for you and then publish on the web. You hit one line and go and sleep. Tomorrow, the story you want published will be published on the web. So that's the good thing I see with the agents. That's what they can do for you. And that's where ChatGPT shines.
What about the other one, Bing?
Oh no, I don't even go that way.
Sure.
There are many reasons why I don't do that. Bing is actually based off of ChatGPT.
Okay.
Yeah, it's if you have ChatGPT, you have Bing. I mean, I've used Bing a lot. Bing helped me in some of my work back then because they were the first to adopt GPT-4, even before ChatGPT gave it to us. So Bing helped me a lot in my coding journey. But now I'm here. Then there's Bard by what do you call them? What's the name of these people? Google. They have now released Gemini, so they're charging for it, and that's a good thing. Perplexity allows you to connect to Gemini if you want to. So I know they have Claude 2, they have GPT-4, they have what's the next? Gemini. They have even some of these free ones that we're talking about. This Llama 70B, they have them. So, but believe me, I like what ChatGPT can do here. So the issue is that with ChatGPT, they want you to connect to their API. The API is almost faultless. But of course, as you are querying the API, 1 cent, 0.0 cent is going. Like that day, just 1 hour, we had exceeded my lower limit. So you know that the query is because the thing will check, and each of those checks is querying it. So I think that's what they did.
If they can reduce the price now for those of us in Nigeria, they can charge us now currency.
Really, it's high. It's high. But if you can find a business case for using it, you can just pay for one. And for me, if you wanted to do something for you, that's one. But if you guys are still interested, I will see how you can do it on your system without. That's the one we did last week, Open Interpreter. We can look for local modules that you can download on your system. And then that.
Yeah, I'm interested. No.
I have to get a small module that you can put in your system, so that it doesn't crash your system for you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, it will just drain all your memory.
Okay. I think that would be better.
Yeah. But for now, I think you should try Perplexity. Perplexity is awesome. You can see it. At least we have seen what it can do. Just that it's just an answer engine. That's what they call it, which to me is okay. Look at their code. You can tell it to write the code the way you want it. This is not bad, really.
Okay.
So probably here, I
Just to
could,
copy that.
yes. So you put it on your Jupyter Lab, and then you open it here. So tell it, okay, I want to check this. It gives you just copy and paste. It gives you. I think that's what I would try. I will just leave my ChatGPT aside and then enter here and see what I can do with it. And then another thing, honestly, I like the write-ups. I like the write-ups. I really love the way they write. Really. And I think I'm going to add it. I've not added anything to my collection. Let me add it. What is this? Cervical analysis. So this is the first thing I'm adding to my collection. So every time I just come, I just check it. I'll just bring it out and then keep querying from there. So I'm going to add that because I really like it. Yeah, I like how they did it. Honestly. Can you see it's even showing some graphs? I don't know where I got these ones from.
Yeah, so I just saw the thing now.
Okay, this is just no, it's not mine.
Okay.
That's not mine. So things are getting excited. I mean, exciting. Things are moving, and it's good. Okay, you can even try Pro. Let me check. How long? Try. So you see, this is a bit high, right? This is the one that has 7-day trial. So if you just connect and you forget after 7 days, they'll just charge you. I will try when I'm ready. Yes. Or maybe you connect, then tomorrow you cancel your plan. They will still allow you to finish your 7-day trial. But if I really, really like it, if I get any 200 euros, I mean, I can just put on it, I'll put it. If I know I'm going to use it for something good. Now I'm trying to.
I can get back your money.
Yes. But for this one, since you can use part of what, you can see what we're doing now. This is free. This part I'm using is free version. So you can just be using this part for free. And be going. You can use it to answer any questions you're dealing with. So Liberty, what was your experience with it? What did it show?
Which one?
I beg your pardon?
Which one? Perplexity?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm doing some research work in school with it, so I think it's okay. It gives me. I've not had any shortcomings with it so far. Like I said, because it's research work with ChatGPT, it gives you the ideas, but you also have to go online to get references. But this gives me with the references I need. So if I'm not okay with it, I play around with it to give me what I want, and it seems to be working for me for now.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear. Okie dokie. All right. So you guys, what time is it for you guys there?
I think it's 10:41 here.
Yeah, you and I are on the same time zone. It's Liberty and
This is 4:41.
Oh, good time. Good time.
Yeah.
Good time. Good one.
I know you
Just
guys will want to
casual
sleep.
Sunday. Yes. Me want to sleep. It's 10 here to 11 here. Just like Kelechi's time too. Yeah. All right, thank you all for joining. I'll just I don't think there's anything. I won't even clean anything up here. I will just upload it if anybody wants to view it again. If there's anything new, but I mean, thanks Kelechi for that question you asked. It's at least it gave us something to play around with. Yeah, and thank you all too for joining. Yeah.
Thank you, Ricky.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So you have a good day.
Good night, sir.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you, sir.